crisis that is actually going on has thrown many people's schedules into chaos. People who were used to work in an office and to just be able to completely focus on their work with no distractions for 8 or 9 hours a day suddenly find that they have to take care of their children or their relatives, or that they have to go and buy the groceries at a certain time. All this is making it increasingly difficult for people to work from home, even though they may have the goodwill to do so. So in this video, I will just go over 6 tips that might help people to work from home and that you as a manager can actually implement to make their lives easier. Number 1, flexitime. So the concept of flexitime is very simple. You allow people to have more control over the hours or their shifts that they work. So flexitime comes in 2 ways, either complete flexitime or partial flexitime. Complete flexitime would mean that you would just agree with your employee a number of hours that they need to work and then allow them to work those hours at their discretion, whether they be on any day or on set days of the week. Let's say, for example, that you want someone to work 5 days a week, but then you don't care if they come in at 9 a.m. or at 10 a.m. or if they come 4 hours in the morning and then 4 hours in the afternoon. That is basically flexi time. However, a big disadvantage of giving them complete control is that managing employees becomes increasingly difficult, and if your employees work in a team, probably team synchronization is going to be completely destroyed. However, if you find that this is too hard for you to implement, you should try partial flexi time. In partial flexi time, you would still let the employee know that they can move their shift around, but that their shift will actually be anchored to a certain time. Let's say they will work from 9 to 18, but at their discretion, and obviously with your approval, they can maybe move that shift and work from 8 to 5 or from 10 to 7. This is especially useful for people in countries or in areas where you have a specific time to go to the supermarket and there has to be a designated person to go, or maybe that they cannot use the cars anymore, which means that they will take longer. So having flexi time allows them to plan for this and allows them to not have to interrupt or even miss a day of work. Number 2, extended breaks. Extended breaks are basically the same as flexi time, but the key concept here is that people will actually come in at the hour that they have agreed to come in, and once it's time for them to take their break, they may take a longer extended break and then compensate for the time extra they took at the end of the day. Other thing that you can do is flexibilize your break policies. So many companies actually tell you that when you take your break, it has to be at a set hour and that it actually has to last 1 hour, let's say. So what you can do is actually allow them to take their break at any given hour during their 8 hours of work. And then you can also allow them to split their break. So maybe they take 15 minutes in the morning and half an hour for lunch and then another 15 minutes in the afternoon. Number 3, overtime. Contrary to what I've been saying, some people do not actually have that many obligations or familiars to take care of, or they just live alone. And many people actually find it very boring and very difficult to just do things when they don't have anything else to do and they cannot go out. Consider allowing for these people overtime. Having more hours of work, while it may feel like it leads to a burnout, may actually help them, since they will have something to focus their mind on instead of mindlessly gazing at the TV. Also, some people will value the fact that they could have some extra money at the end of the month. In this crisis, that's greatly appreciated. And you can also consider that maybe, just maybe, if it's beneficial for them, it's beneficial for you. The possibility is also that you have lost some employees, or that some employees are unable to work remotely, and then with overtime you can make up for some of that lost productivity. Number 4, drop the video calls. So the first thing that bloomed here with all the remote work thing is video calls. Everybody was like, yes, Zoom, yes, Skype, yes, Slack, video conference here, video conference there. And then we started seeing a lot of videos on the internet about how to look presentable for your conference call, how to make your home office nice and tidy for that video call. Let's be honest, most people don't need a video call. Most people just need a voice call. This is just a fashion. If you do, however, need a video call, or you are very pro video call, what you can do is let people know that they don't have to be extremely formal, or that you don't care if their house is super tidy, because obviously you understand the situation we're all in. Of course, this depends on the level of formality or etiquette that you want to keep in your company and the kind of relationship that you have with your employees or maybe your clients. Number 5, lending equipment. While it may be a little late in some places to do this due to the increase in restrictions, consider allowing your employees to take equipment from the office to their homes if you can. Many people do not have a home office. Many people are working with an old computer that they had lying around, with a chair that they took from the kitchen, and maybe they were used to working with a second screen and right now they don't have one. You are not using the equipment, it's all locked down in the office. So if you can lend it to them and make their work from home easier, you're probably gonna see results, because everybody knows that if you are more comfortable in your workplace, you will work better. So if you have all that equipment laying around in your office, consider offering people to take it home. Maybe this just helps them being more comfortable with the whole situation. A lot of people are really uncomfortable and are having back pain because they just don't have a proper table to sit, or a chair, or they would like a bigger screen, or maybe their computer is really slow and it's hindering their productivity. A situation that arose in our company is that when concerns were first raised about the pandemic, people requested to work from home, and the company said, okay, we will allow you to work from home only if you have a strong enough computer at home. And turned out that most people did not have one. So in the end, the company decided to let these people take their desktop computers home and work from there. And honestly, the amount of people that could work from home and that is currently working from home is now double or triple the amount that originally was. Number 6, take it easy. Obviously, we're all on edge. We are all very psychologically taxed from this pandemic, and we would like it to be over right now. However, this is not the case, and it's probably not going to be the case for maybe one more month or even more. You as a manager have to lead by example. You have to be patient with your people and know that while they may have all the goodwill in the world, they may be distracted because again they have family, or because they are worried, or a number of different factors that maybe did not affect them either in the office or before this pandemic started. You can also try and promote some lighthearted times. For example, in our team we play a little game called Scribble, which is an online Pictionary-like game, and it helps people unwind during their breaks. In these times, it really goes a long way to making people's lives easier and to alleviating some tension. So this is basically everything I have to say on how to make your employees' lives a little bit easier while working from home. I hope that any of these tips has helped you in any way, or that you think is a good idea and that you want to implement it. If you have any more suggestions or any criticisms, please leave a comment and I will gladly read them. Special thanks to my team that helped me brainstorm this video.